You know our world is in dire straits when you have to stop and wonder, who's really worse off? Our friends from 66 million years ago in the late Cretaceous period? Or us? Certainly some food for thought. Greetings and felicitations, assorted children of the internet. I am, as always, the Logician, and for Sim Saturday today, I thought, fuck it. Sometimes simple and clean is the way that we all feel better tonight. Because it is, in fact, hard to let go. We're doing co-op with dinosaurs. Specifically, Dino Walk Simulator. One of a number of simulator games assembled by one of my mods, Cochet. And, I know next to nothing about this game other than the fact that it involves dinosaurs, and it is essentially co-op with 2 buttons. Now, normally I gravitate towards games that exclusively use controllers, but even though this does have controller support, given the lack of complicated controls involved with a game like this, I figured it was probably best to simply go with the, maybe not even default setting, but all things considered, the simplest setting for controls. So, with all of that having been said, I think it is about time for us to go back to the past, when the dominant species didn't know Jack. Now then, let me just double check to make sure that everything is in order. And do please let me know how the audio in general is sounding. If I need to turn anything up, turn anything down. This strikes me as a relatively simple game anyway, so I don't think we're going to be needing to hear too terribly much in the way of dialogue. At least, I'm going to hazard a guess that's not the case, but you never know with indie games. Interesting. Ah yes, all my favorite dinosaurs. There's T-Rex. Time era, late Cretaceous. Giganotosaurus, my guy. Mid-Cretaceous. Now, I know Giganotosaurus doesn't get nearly as much play as T-Rex, and you can thank Jurassic Park for that, but I am relatively certain that Giganotosaurus was in fact the largest land predator ever to grace us with its presence. Let's see here. Carcharodontosaurus. Admittedly not a boy I am familiar with. Carcharodontosaurus? I hope I am pronouncing that correctly. Megalosaurus. The irony is not lost on me, given its, kin, or not even kin, peers, I suppose. Cryolophosaurus. Deinonychus. Nonicosaurus. They have an extensive library here. I mean, I should have expected as much with an indie game. Archosaurus. Archosaurus. Ah, yes, Titanosaurus. See, the funny thing is, I have a very specific association with that name because I grew up watching Godzilla movies. And Titanosaurus is the name of a kaiju from the very last Godzilla movie from the original Showa era, circa 1975. T-Rex cat. You know? 4 wheels. I don't know, kind of looks like a puma to me. Spinosaurus. People gave Spinosaurus so much shit in Jurassic Park 3. Like, I get that, like... Here's the thing. I don't even pay attention to the Jurassic World series. Like, I stopped caring about Jurassic Park and Jurassic World a long time ago, but even now I feel that T-Rex has essentially become the Charizard of Jurassic Park / Jurassic World. T-Rex was a big deal for a while back when we didn't have nearly the amount of scientific data we have on dinosaurs now, and people still cling to our preconceived notions of no dinosaurs having feathers, or T-Rex being the biggest and the baddest. T-Rex wasn't shit. Dimetrodon, not a dino. You know what? I am glad they specified this. Fun fact about Dimetrodon here. It is commonly believed to be the common ancestor of all mammals. I mean, it was in fact a reptile of a sort, but... You know, the mammalian species that would develop later on, I believe, all have roots going back to Dimetrodon. Dracorex. Tarbosaurus. Oh, Carnotaurus. See, the main reason I even know about this guy is from that Disney Dinosaurs movie. And they really inflated the hell out of him. Not in that way, Internet. But they really hyped him up a lot more than he was worth. Suchomimus, Virtual Sauropod. They're having fun with this selection. See, these motherfuckers I predominantly know because of the second Land Before Time movie, where they were just obsessed with eggs. Albertosaurus, Iguanodon. Iguanodon is one of those dinosaurs that I will always find just, whoa! Our boy Linkupal here just became a link to the past. Or a link between worlds, even. Oh. Oh, I am going to love this. If the physics are already having a time in the character select menu, then you know this is going to be quality. Oh. Whoa, buddy. Careful not to give yourself whiplash before the race even starts. Raptor, Kylosaurus, random. T-Rex. Wait, so... where was our llama before? I know there was a llama. We all saw the llama. Okay, so it does randomize it every time. See if I can bring the llama back here. There we go. We got our llama. I mean, we gotta have at least one race with the llama. There we go. Oh, man, I gotta give some rep to Giganotosaurus at least once. Alright, so let us... Alright. Alright, so now we have our level select. Evergreen Forest. City in the Sea. I mean, interesting implications as to the time frame of things here. Yeah, let's go City in the Sea. Oh, Nelly. My man broke the sound barrier. You know what? I think we are seeing a pivotal moment in history here. Well, let's give our friends a moment to catch up. You know, this really is a tragic scene here. But I'm not entirely certain it hits as much as it could, given the lack of music or sound effects. Did you remember to open the door and get on the floor? You know what? Everyone's been doing that. Everyone has said and done the dinosaur. Race over. It certainly is. Let's see. Yep, there you go. Whoa! I am looping space-time. Wonder what happens if I just hold them down. Whoa! It certainly did something for a little bit. Continue. So, yeah, let's change some things here. Let's look at our options. I'm here for the story. There we go. Let's see if upping the difficulty makes any difference. Yeah, let's start with our basic level here. Thus far, not too terribly much. What happens if I just push down both buttons? Yeah. Button masher. I mean, that is kind of the name of the game here. You know, again, I feel as though there may have been some details lost in the process of development with this, but with this bad boy of a game. Ah, my word. You know what? Let's take a look at what some of our other options might be. Maybe it's a matter of like which dinosaur we choose. Well, let's try T-Rex cat. Wow, zooming. Yes, indeedy. You know, and I am looking forward to autumn just about as much as everyone else, I feel. So, let's see if our feline friend here... you know what? It plays just about the same. You know, I was planning to shape the entirety of the stream around this one game. I'm starting to wonder if that was maybe not the best choice. Then again, I mean, sometimes you do need somewhat of a mind number of a game. Something that you don't need to focus too terribly much on. So honestly, this could in fact be the perfect game for just some larger scale discussion between you and I tonight, friends. Anti-aliasing. Oh, interesting. Oh, we're going full-blown retro. You know, yeah, let's go full-blown retro. All right. Alright, and we have it cranked up all the way. Yeah, why not? Let's see, how does our four-wheeler handle? What? Hades VR World. You know what? I wouldn't have it any other way. Oh, damn. Look at that llama go. Well, he is galloping. This is me going very light on the controls, by the way. At this point, I'm just kind of more fascinated with how all the other competitors move. Ah, my goodness. They really do be how it do on this bitch of an earth, as the children say. You know, I think it is very much the lack of music that's getting to me. I love how my method of using the two keys very much sounds akin to the coconuts from Monty Python and the Holy Grail. Ah, my word. They were having an absolute fucking time with this game. Yeah, fuck it. Oh, damn, an uphill track, huh? Do 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 do. Oh, damn. Alright, now there's got to be something else to this. Also, I love how the fucking Jeep is labeled as an omnivore. Which... Yeah, oh... And Kyla is coming in with that stanky leg. Ah. Bubblegum and duct tape. Oh, wow. Anguirus, you good? And I love how our friend here in the player 2 slot is very much... clearly sans his neck pillow. Spinosaurus. I'm just curious how Dimetrodon maneuvers. Let's go to the desert. You know, I am sure that this is a familiar sight for many people who have tried to access Google with no internet connection. Oh, okay, well. Not nearly as fast as the others. pausing to take a look at our comrades here. I mean, this is with me key smashing, by the way. Whoa, whoa! I feel like that was this game's equivalent of when you stop moving too long in an early Genesis Sonic game, and he gives you the stank eye while tapping his foot. Listen, we all need our privacy when we're doing our business. Don't judge. Ah, my goodness. And I love how, like, like I think, like, the implication here, I believe, is that the movement of each of these... Oh, the dinosaur is moving by itself. He is moving by itself. I do not have my hands on the keyboard. Shake it, shake it, shake it, shake it, shake it. Hey, little mama, let me whisper in your ear. There's just a guy there snacking. You know what? More power to him. So, you know, I am starting to think that the theropods may or may not have some sort of unfair advantage. But yes, I think the implication here is because the track itself is suspended. Oh god, fucking Ankylosaurus moving like a bat out of hell. Again. But yeah, I think because the racetrack is suspended, it's reacting to the movement of all these models, and as such is sort of getting jostled around itself. I certainly hope you can hear how much my fingers are hitting the keys here. Yeah, no, this has a fair bit more difficulty than the previous dinos I was piloting before. Oh god, that's actually starting to hurt my wrist, not gonna lie. They certainly amped up the difficulty with Dimetrodon here. I'm actually gonna have to switch hands. There is so much. Okay, it looks like you can switch options mid-race. Right, that's certainly appealing. Yeah, I think we've had enough of the gimmickry, which I understand is not a word, but even so. Let me see. So yeah. Oh my god, you can you can actually keep playing while you're in the menu. So it looks like for player 1, the only option is Z and X. Oh, there my boy goes off on his own again without any input from me. Oh my word. There is so much. Everything happens so much. I wonder, will this react to my controller? It will. Well, somewhat. If I hold down certain buttons, it certainly will. Alright, so... I'm just... There's... This is a fucking enigma of a game. I'm just kind of surprised that it exists in the capacity that it does. Oh, my word. Yeah, I think... before I lose sense of... well, myself among other things, I think I'm just gonna... continue on with my friend Dimitrodon here. You put one foot in front of the other, and soon you'll be walking across the line. 5 internet points to anyone who understood that reference. Ah, yes, the frozen tundra. Wow. The game is making its own difficulty. And you know what? I kind of have to respect that. Marching across the frozen plains, the humble Dimitrodon searches for food before a thick blanket of snow overtakes him and his territory. But he must constantly be wary, for rival predators, even with broken necks, can prove formidable adversaries. You know, David Attenborough is getting on in years. I figured he should start scheduling retirement plans, looking for understudies, things like that. Meanwhile, I've got a beastie here of my own, trying to make himself known. Hello, Garrus. I'm not sure if any of you heard that, but this is a creature who sounds like a fax machine with fur. Yeah. For the uninitiated, Garrus is one of my roommate Lorelai's minions, or in layman's terms, cats. I love how I have officially run out of things to talk about regarding this game itself. Which honestly is somewhat of an accomplishment for an indie game. It has exceeded the reaches of video gamery and become more of a blank canvas for philosophical quandaries. Ah, my word. And the thing is, I'm not entirely certain what I expected. Like, all I knew about this game was that it was just QWOP, but with dinosaurs and in 3D. So I suppose I should have expected a fair bit of jankiness to the physics. And honestly, I feel like it does ultimately come down to which dinosaur you play. That sort of makes or breaks, no pun intended, the challenge. Like, ultimately, this is a gimmick. This game is, in fact, a gimmick. And I can respect that. I mean, I got it for free, so I can't even rightly complain. How I'm gonna get much more content out of this other than the half hour I've already been streaming it, who knows, but... Oh. Well, now we got a fucking challenge here. Whoa! Damn. Dimitrodon, for 1 play coin, I can activate the super player feature. This is fucking astounding. You know what? I think in lieu of there being actual music in the background, I'm going to take the initiative and add my own music. Let me see here. Whoop. There we go. Let's turn that down a little bit, maybe. There we are. Now we're playing videos game. My fucking word. Honestly, very fitting music for a snow level. Let me turn this down even a bit more. There we are. Gonna climb that mountain. See, now I'm just kind of enjoying the music. This is the fucking stream ever. Am I getting pushed back? Oh shit. We're facing high altitude winds, folks. Our worthy adversary catching up on us. Go crazy, yeah. Go stupid, yeah. Ah, my word. See, at this point, the game isn't even... The game is not the toughest adversary of the stream. It's the threat of carpal tunnel. Yeah, I'm switching hands. Oh my god! Chaos control! Oh, now that we're going downhill. Going full land shark. Whoa. Damn. Christ. You know, it is kind of weird to think... Jesus. It's weird to think that the Dimetrodon, at least when portrayed like this, was essentially the dachshund of giant reptiles. Just extremely low to the ground. Oh! Are you fucking... okay, well, we found our difficulty spike. My fucking word. Alright, no more funny business. Now we have a fucking challenge. There we go. Deja vu, I have been in this place before. I hear on the streets. For anyone trickling into the stream, I promise this is not what it sounds like. There's also something sort of oddly charming, by the way, about just how incomplete the skybox is with this game. Like, they only thought to cover up so much of the ceiling. Okay. Suddenly star. Oh, that's... I love how I invoke the skybox and suddenly stars are appearing on the fucking black void, on the rocky cliff faces, on the racetrack itself. Run, boy, run. Ah, oh, like fuck. Fucking arms. Oh, my word. Everything happens so much. "911 steps, huh? What do you mean 6 steps? Garrus, I didn't ask you. I'm not sure if that registered at all in the mic. Fucking Star Fox music in the background. Just gonna turn that up a bit. Yes, it certainly is. Hello, hermano. Greetings and felicitations, those of you who have just joined us. I am the Logician. I am a media analyst and media critic VTuber. Today is what I like to call Sim Saturday, where I play a number of simulator games. Today it is Dino Walk Simulator, which is essentially what you get when you take QWOP, turn it into a PS1 game, and theme it around dinosaurs. It is a video game. Of that we can be certain. Doesn't have much in the way of background music, so I'm playing some assorted video game music in the background. Now, I know it looks like Dimetrodon is going fast. Oh, God! Well, Sometimes you have to deal with the course itself fighting you, is the thing. And let me tell you, difficult as it may be to believe, Dimetrodon is on the slower side compared to some of the other dinosaurs you can play. To give you... Oh, dear. Even to just give you a taste of what's happening. I am moving this creature exclusively with the Z and X keys on my fucking keyboard. Dinosaur Brody Quest, you know? That is one way to look at it. You know, absolutely, heckers, it is certainly the video game ever. I've had to take multiple breaks because of just how strenuous this is. With Dimetrodon specifically. Also, do let me know if the music is a bit too loud, so I can turn it down accordingly. Oh, well, back to the start I go. So it shall be written, and so it shall be done. Music is fine. Sounds like it could fit in the game. Yeah, no, absolutely. Whoa. Well, now we're really playing Star Fox. You know, we're doing some major paleontology here. Figuring out what that fucking fin on his back was actually for. So this is Star Fox. No, absolutely, we're playing Star Fox Adventures here. AKA Dinosaur Planet, for those of you in the know. If you don't know, now you know. Ah, my fucking word. See, at this point, it's less me racing the other dinosaurs and racing the fucking game itself. Especially this level. Funnily enough, one of the levels you can play is essentially the end times. Oh, thanks. I appreciate what? Oh. I was stuck there for a second. But yes, one of the levels you can play is essentially the implied moment of demise for the dinosaurs. Some 66 million years ago. What are you looking at me for? Surely I cannot be the strangest thing you have seen all day. Oh. Yeah, that can happen too sometimes. I don't think they optimized some of the skybox effects nearly as much as they could have, including the stars. The heavens themselves have cast judgment upon us, which I suppose is what happened 66 million years ago. I love how these textureless T-Rexes look higher quality than the actual racers. Oh my god. Mission complete! Alright, where are we now? Ah yes, this is one of the basic levels. Typical forest area. So this is how the game is supposed to look. God, yeah, that did look like Blood Dragon, didn't it? Now let us see just how long it takes for the level to implode upon itself when I just fucking mash both keys together. You know, I'll say this. if ever you wanted an upper body workout, but you couldn't afford a gym membership, or had the fucking energy to go jogging, I can certainly recommend the fuck out of Dino Walk Simulator. Ah, my fucking word. Played a demo about selling second-handed books the other day. Never thought that a game like that would be more interesting than a game about dinosaurs. You know, I feel like interesting is subjective. Heckers. I mean, this is certainly interesting from, I suppose, a game development perspective. Race finished. Whoop! And apparently so is Dimitrodon. Ah, my word. Alright, so switching hands here. Oh, that was like a bat out of hell. Believe this is the Sunken City level. Don't do it. You have so much to live for. Oh no, absolutely. Gas, gas, gas. I'm gonna step on the gas tonight, alright. Whoa. You will believe a boy can fly. He's beginning to believe. Oh, I can keep going. I can just keep on rolling, 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 what? This is the fucking videos game ever. Ran so fast, Dino beat gravity. And there we go, outside the border of the skybox. Some say he is still running to this day. Wonder how far I can get. Oh, there we go. Here we go. This is the end times level. I don't remember quite what they called it, but I believe this is theorized to be taken. I love how that boy is just chilling in the background as the world itself is becoming undone. You know? New exploit discovered. Be not afraid. It's like, like the plot to fucking Armageddon when they send Bruce Willis and the other astronauts into the fucking ship to combat the giant No, that was Asteroid. What the fuck am I talking about? Was it Asteroid or Armageddon? Or Deep Impact. All those fucking asteroid-based disaster movies just sort of blend together for me. And you know what's interesting? I only just relatively recently rediscovered my fascination with 18 Steps. No, of course. To be fair, most of that time on the track was spent airborne. But, what was I saying? Oh yeah, I recently sort of rediscovered my love for, not even necessarily love, but like fascination with natural disaster movies. And it's funny because, like, by all accounts, I shouldn't have an interest in those types of movies because I deal with crippling death anxiety. But it's just kind of fascinating to see, like, just how easily, at any given time, nature can just sort of reclaim the land that has been monopolized by these weird bipedal critters that are scurrying about all over it. Like, I think specifically of, like, the earthquake scene in LA in 2012. Or any of the fucking tsunami scenes from, I want to say it was Deep Impact or Armageddon. One of them. One of the asteroid ones. Nature is scary, man. It absolutely is. Like, anything is scary if you have no control over it. But we're a group of idiots that decided to fight the sea, and while we're not winning, we're not losing either. It's sort of a weird fucking stalemate we're at with the ocean, as far as humanity is concerned. Because, like, I'm sure most people have probably heard the sentiment that we have explored more of deep space than we have our own oceans. And, like, well, I'm not entirely certain I fully agree with that statement from a literal standpoint. I do understand that, like, there is so much of our own oceans that we have yet to fully explore because we physically cannot. I mean, I'll say this. Put a few dozen more billionaires and a few dozen more tin cans and sent them into the fucking Mariana Trench, we'd be doing the world a favor at large. But yes, it is fascinating to see, like, even if I'm sure it wouldn't necessarily look exactly like we have seen in a lot of those movies, but, like, thematically, the feelings that get evoked when at least I watch a natural disaster movie, especially depending on the scale on which the disaster is taking place. Like, say for example you were following the story of literally anyone else but the perspective characters from 2012 in that earthquake scene in LA. Like, those people are just fucking gone. Like, we saw that pair of grandmas in the yellow car just sort of smash into that segment of that suburban road that chunked up in front of them. We saw people falling through the cracks in the earth, those deep fissures, people falling from skyscrapers split in twain. And it made me think, you know what I really want out of a natural disaster movie? I want a natural disaster movie with no main characters. A natural disaster movie where you can't just instantly tell who's gonna make it to the end. Because, like, I feel like with the grand majority of natural disaster movies specifically, it's one of three people, like, that you know for certain are gonna make it. There's the muscle-headed, like, former military officer, a la The Rock, you know, who is trained in survival and guides a small group of people to safety. There is the wacky scientist / conspiracy theorist, a la Jeff Goldblum's character in Independence Day, who's, like, able to pick up on a lot of the details of what's going on and almost no one else listens to until it's far too late. And then there's just the person who, by sheer fucking coincidence or convenience, just happens to be within the immediate social circle of people within a position of power to be able to survive. Very much like the dad character from 2012, who, like, is the chauffeur to this rich dude who paid €1 billion to get on the Ark to be able to survive the oncoming disaster. You know, and it's always one of those three categories of people you know are gonna survive a natural disaster. And the message always seems to be fuck literally everyone else. You can feel bad for them, but they're also very much like an obstacle to the main character. Like, for example, that scene in 2012 where the earthquake is hitting LA and you see like this yellow car full of two old ladies in front of the guy driving his family to safety. And the whole sentiment is like, get out of the way, old bags! Like, it's literally a case of every other person who is not the main character or main characters being an obstacle in the way of the main characters. And so, yeah, you start to feel less and less like they are people and more like they are a plot device to make the rush to safety more exciting for the main characters, your Blorbos. You know, who you will end up rooting for over the literal rest of humanity. And I feel like that's kind of fucking disgusting. It dehumanizes anyone outside of the immediate perspective of the narrative. What I want is a natural disaster movie where you are constantly shifting perspective from one person or one group of people to another, and it never goes back to any of them. Like, either it's because, oh, there's a cave-in, and now this person is trapped in a building. Oh, well, it's time to move on to the next person, so you don't know if that person's gonna make it out or not. Or it cuts to this, like, spunky teenager who's got a lot of grit and determination, and they have, like, a mom to rescue, but suddenly, oh, they're crushed under a boulder. And that shifts focus over to, I don't know, maybe an emergency response worker who is maybe trying to move the boulder and then realizes, oh shit, I need to get out of the way here. And then they get involved in a car crash or heavy traffic, and it shifts focus from them over to someone else in traffic. And it never stays on any one person or group of people long enough for you to get a firm feeling of, are they gonna make it? Are they safe? Did they survive? I feel like, while some people would complain about that, I want that more than anything from a natural disaster movie, because it would emphasize the fact that no one is the main character in an emergency. Everyone's life is of equal value. And I feel like it would put a bit of... I feel to me it would prove a point. For people who enjoyed it, it would help put back into perspective the value of human life, and for the people who were disappointed by it, it would really stress the fact that they don't see people as people in horror movies or natural disaster movies. It's like the people who were called out in that horror movie Funny Games, for example. Funny Games and Cabin in the Woods. Like, those movies are directly calling out the audiences of horror films, because they are very much there for blood. They're not there to see people survive. They're there to see people get killed. And so what I want is a natural disaster movie that emphasizes that there are no main characters, and everyone's life is equally at risk, and everyone has just as much of a chance to survive as anyone else. I would find a lot more enjoyment out of a movie like that. I realize there's a firm possibility that not nearly as many other people would, but that's what I want. I think that match is very closer to the horror movies we're watching. Maybe. I feel like it depends on the crowd, because I feel like predominantly... Thank you very much, Koshe. But yeah, I feel that by and large, most of the people I am aware of whose favorite genres are like horror movies and slasher movies, like, most of those people that I've met over the years are very much like, I don't care about the story, I don't care about the people, I just want to see people get gutted or die in creative ways. And I feel like that certainly says something about them as people. Slasher doesn't equal... I feel like slasher films are a subsect of horror movies. You know, like, there's definitely some carryover. But then again, I am very much known for my unpopular opinions when it comes to most things, especially. It's a subset of horror, but it's generally cheesier. Yeah, see, that's basically what I was trying to get across, Koshé. Anyway. Now that my wrist has had a thorough rest. Like a bat out of hell. Media critic. Yeah, no. I did sort of get my start online as someone who critiqued various aspects of culture and media. Look at you go. Oh, well, that's the best part, Koshé. This is one of the slower characters. This is me mashing both movement buttons. You ought to see how fast I move with literally any other character. The only reason I'm going this slow is because it's Dimitrodon, aka the Dachshund of fucking prehistoric reptiles. Well, I'm not even sure if you would necessarily call him a reptile, considering the Dimitrodon is the common ancestor of all mammals. There we are. The ground is lava. Ah, my word. It's been fun by God. Go pretty late over here. That is entirely fine, Heckers. You have yourself a great rest of your evening, and thank you so much for dropping by. And so I'm just going to go ahead and move on to a new game so you can see just how many critters we have to work with here. Be Poiple? Alright. I think I know who you were talking about. Yes! The Dakota Raptor. So, let me show you how fast the theropods tend to go. This is just me mashing both buttons. Your little arms, yes, I know. Because like, at this point, the real competition is not the other racers. It's the fucking game itself. Alright. Now, let me show you what these races looked like when I played my boy Giganotosaurus. The man, the myth, the legend. Let's see if I can get even faster. Off he goes! Into the wild blue yonder. Oh, I think I missed the fucking... So because I'm going so fast, I have, completely escaped the boundaries of the course. And now I think it is impossible for me to win. Flew over the hit. Yeah, no, I think that's it. I flew over the hitbox. What is a god to a non-believer? Exactly. Oh, fuck. Alright, exit to main menu. Oh my god. Ah, my fucking word. So, unfortunately, there is only one character who, oh, I love that our boy in the third player slot has the stanky leg going. So there is one character out of all these I wish I could play more than anything else, but I cannot get access to it for whatever reason. And let's see if I can pull them up. Eventually. Come on, I know you want to show yourself. You're so dapper after all. There you are! The llama with a top hat and monocle. The best dinosaur. So, you will notice I have a veritable rogues gallery of dinosaurs to choose from. None of them are the llama with a top hat. And one car, yes. So here's what I'm thinking of doing. To make things interesting, I am going to race myself. But here's the kicker. I am going to make it randomized. So I have no idea which dinosaur I will get for each hand. So, we will see. Pardon me. First. Okay. Oh, well. Looks like right hand won. Let me just try going. Yeah, see, some dinosaurs just have a clear advantage over the others. Let me even just try switching hands. So, what I think I'm gonna do is de-randomize things. I'm gonna see if this makes too terribly much of a difference. And we will see which of these becomes master of all that we survey. Oh, wait. Okay. I forgot to make it so that they were both. There we go. Now we may begin. Interesting. So the left hand just tore ass throughout the stratosphere. You know, I feel like that information, Koshé, is between me and the inevitable meteorite that's going to destroy us all. So what happens if I don't button mash? You put one foot in front of the other, and soon you are walking to your death. Wow. Interesting. Oh, Jesus! It almost feels like some keys on the keyboard are just way more fucking responsive. So, trying some new tech here, where I only use one key at a time. With the left hand. So, the Z key is not as responsive. The X key makes me move like fucking grease lightning. This is some weird fucking bug testing shit. I'm playing chopsticks on the fucking piano. What a fucking videos game. Now, I'm curious. Oh, so you can set them all as fucking computer. Well, you know, I suppose this makes for an interesting thought exercise. What happens if we leave these boys to their own devices? So here's what we're gonna do, chat. With this being a simulator game after all, we are going to simulate a death race between 4 different dinosaur species. So, what I'm going to do is I'm going to start clicking on each of these character select bars, and the moment you say stop, I'm going to stop clicking. And we will do that 4 times. So, when you say stop, I will just go with whatever has been landed on. And so Megalosaurus, and then next up, oh, Pechyrhinosaurus. Next up, all right. Link. Oh, this guy. This guy has proven to be consistently janky. And, so, we'll do one more of these. When I see one more stop... Alright, there we go. So. And let's take them through the whole course. Interesting. Yeah, no, the theropods absolutely have some sort of unfair advantage. Like, it almost seems as though, like, there's even a fucking bias towards whoever is in the player 1 slot. He's catching up. Yeah, Purple is catching up in his defense. And the thing is, like, no two race courses are exactly the same either. Oh yeah, no, he's he's getting ahead. If you're made out of empty rubber suit scraps, you'd move a bit shit too. Yeah, you're not wrong. We have reached the halfway point. Or almost. There we go. Yeah, I feel like this is just far more fascinating than playing on its own. Oh, looks like we have someone speeding up a little bit in the back there. Now they seem to be going backwards. The wobble of the limbs is absolutely another benefit of this. I love the scurrying of our friend in the background, just like shake, 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 shake. Ah, my fucking word. You can't get me, I'm a skiskin. Yeah, let me even just turn the tunes up a bit here. Oh, hey, looks like our purple friend. Megalosaurus didn't win. Excuse me? Wow. Wow, someone paid off the ref on that one. He did. Jesus. There's a clear bias in place here. Yeah, no, I agree. Purple was robbed. I feel like this is a fucking big rigs your winner situation, where the game isn't programmed to account for anyone but the first place winner winning. I love that our friend in purple just ran between the legs of that sauropod and just no fucks were given. There is so much. There is so much to unpack with all of this. It really feels like we are bug testing a game here together, friends. It's an interesting choice of music for the autumn level. Which, granted, there is no in-course, in-game music for this. This is music I put on in the background. And again, do let me know if the music is too loud. I just find it fucking hilarious that there isn't any in-game music. Oh, looks like our friend Purple got stuck. see. Oh, looks like today is Indie Animation Day. May I post something on Seeds 2? Oh my god, yeah. His ass got stuck. Yeah, let me check what you sent me here, hermano. Let's see. Yeah, I'd say that's fine. Alright. Alright, so let me just check back here. So make sure they got OBS open as well. No, you are absolutely fine, hermano. But yeah, no. Technicality of our friend Purple getting stuck on the cliff face there. Although something tells me that even if he hadn't, there might still be some sort of fucking bias at play with the coding. There is so much happening here. Ah, my word. The perfect track to accompany this fucking shit show. Oh, there we go. Into a fucking pile of leaves. Yeah, Purple didn't even fucking play penis music. I'm not sure this qualifies as penis music. And of course, now that we're in the actual desert level, the desert music is gone. Alright, let's see if Purple gets robbed yet again. There's no bed squeak.wave. As a reminder, chat, for those of you just trickling in, I am not touching a damn thing. This is all operated by fucking bots at the controls for all four racers here. We are just watching and appreciating nature taking its course, as it were. My word. Just find a good spot and let the boys come to you. It's turning into the fucking jankiest anime end credits animation I've ever seen. Fucking Fujiko Mine standing on the beach. Or Shonen Protag running towards Senpai off screen. Ah, my word. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. Go P1 Kun. Oh, we're reaching an upward slope. Good P1 Kun have finally met his match. Yeah, and everything fucking happens so much. Like, this is just a fucking intriguing case study in game design. Just do the fucking curly shuffle over here. Hey Mo! Hey Mo! Well, nyak 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 nyak. Ah, my word. High octane action. One man, one solution. Megalosaurus is. I'm sorry, I was thrown off by the fucking change in music. Which, again, perfect track. Oh, well, race over. And of course our boy is registered as the first place winner. Oh my god, you know what it is? I think I just fucking realized. It's whoever's in the player 1 slot gets first place. Who's ever in the player 2 slot gets second place. And whoever is in the third player slot is third place. I think that's legitimately how the fucking game is logging it. Like, let me even just go back to the main menu just to fucking double check some shit. Go with our good friend Truck Kun here. Oh wow. Oh wait, no, I forgot to fucking set it as all bots. There we go. Now we will put it to the test. Oh my god, the fucking tippy taps. Maybe it was a bad idea to test this with the literal car. Yeah, I'm starting to think that maybe testing it with the car was a bad idea. This music is actually perfect, you're not wrong. Oh my god. Yeah, because look at the bottom of the screen. Look at player 3. They're registered as being in 3rd place, despite being at the very back. What the fuck? So it literally doesn't matter who scores what. If you're in the player 1 slot, you're always gonna get 1st place. Oh my fucking god. There's so much. Oh no, he got stuck. His spare tire got stuck on the cliff. Oh dear. Dear, oh dear, oh dear. What are you doing, step sore? Well, at least we can give the remaining racers the illusion of fucking autonomy here. Oh no, they're getting stuck too! Oh no, this is the fucking run ender. Stuck in the fucking shifting of tectonic plates. Yeah, I know they are all stuck now. Oh, God. Well, I know what needs to be done now. Well, first of all, llama's obviously in. Actually... here's what we're gonna do. Bear with me. I'm cooking. The perfect race doesn't exist, they said. Can I link you a song to play for a second? By all means. Let me see. What fresh hell are you about to invoke? Ah. Send it my way and I will see what I can do to implement it. If you have sent it to me yet, Koshei, I have not received it. You know, in the interim, I might go ahead and start the race. Oh, wait. You motherfucker. you memey fucking piece of shit. Well, I mean, I suppose I can't rightly blame you. I suppose if I must. Let's do it to it. Oh, god damn it. I forgot to make it all bots again. Well, now I have to go back until we get the llama again. There we go. There we go. This is the fucking video games ever. Yeah, I know, the horsepower is cranking up. Who says video games are an art? Yeah, no, this will absolutely fucking test the legitimacy of the player one always wins theory. Look at the fucking llama go. There's something so funny to me about this track. It's going so fast, yet these guys are just hobbling. No, that's honestly what makes it. God. You know, if you had asked me, even just a year ago, what my streams would end up looking like, I doubt I would have been able to hazard a guess that they'd be anything close to this. I can never dare to hope. But lo and behold, as Jeff Goldblum once said, life finds a way. Wouldn't have expected them to be this good either, right? This is Video's game. What the fuck is this? This is Dino Walk Simulator, AV, and it is art. Right now, we have just bots playing all the racers because it is literally too easy to win as player one. So I decided, fuck it. Let's put the actual coding of this game, however stuck together with twigs and bubblegum it is, to the test. Thus far, we have made an important discovery, and that is, regardless of how you actually place in the race, your actual score will be entirely dependent on whether or not you are in the first, second, third, or fourth player slot. Meaning, if you are player one, no matter how you perform, you will always get first place. And if you are player four, you will always get fourth place. So right now, I decided in order to make the ultimate race here, we have a polygonal sauropod.
I played different.
Up first, let me
the Wild West.
get rid of this fucking music. And bring it back to what we had before. Since the actual Megalovania track is over. Oh no, you're fine, Koche. But we have a polygonal sauropod, a polygonal theropod, a llama with a top hat and monocle, and a jeep. The best dinosaurs. Do you think we'll ever see God with content like this? No. Or at least not the God we were expecting. We'll certainly find something. Whether or not it deems us guilty is up to interpretation. Are we going to stand at even keel with Anubis's feather? I think we can all probably hazard a guess as to what the outcome of that will be. Only God can make something this awful. That is a loaded statement, Evie. Ah, my word. Honestly, this is kind of fitting music. But yeah, no, because this game actually has no in-game music, I decided, fuck it, I'll add my own. With the Megalovania track contributed by Koche. I'm gonna fucking laugh if Megalovania actually comes up on this fucking collection. Something tells me the Jeep is probably gonna hit the fucking finish line before too terribly long. Then we will see just how fucking horrendously this game is coded. Some might say hilariously, which I'm a bit more inclined to fall into that category. I mean, ultimately, what matters is whether or not a game is enjoyable. Are we enjoying ourselves watching this, friends? Because I know this is invoking a certain sense of satisfaction in me. Well, must go faster. I'm speaking of Jeff Goldblum. Yeah, there you go. See, the llama didn't even place. Because it was player 4. Ah, fucking Christ. Alright. Once again, let's have one more round of randomization, shall we? So, Avi, Koche, or whoever would like to contribute, go ahead and say stop, and then I will let fate choose what it is that we land on here. Alright, and then next one. Whenever either of you are ready. Because I can't imagine this sound is all that pleasant to listen to at length. So halt, stop, or whatever word comes to mind for either of you. Alright. Oh, and then last but not least... Honestly, not the worst lineup. Stream froze for a second? Well, that's probably my fault. There's just too much video game. And of course, it's hilarious that we have fucking Sonic the Hedgehog music playing in the background. Let's have our own city escape, shall we? Yeah, no, the theropods have an absolute fucking advantage over everyone else. Running around at the speed of sound. Yes, abso-fucking-lutely. We have our friend there, the fucking sauropod, built like a brick shithouse. He's still doing better than most everyone else. Twitchy-ass lizard. Yes, absolutely. Hello, Lore. Welcome to Dino Walk Simulator. This week's entry for Sim Saturdays. Trying to figure out if you're actually playing the game or watching. Oh, we're watching right now. Because it's way too easy to win. Like, if you... especially given the right characters, which is to say, most, like, two-legged dinosaurs, you can win in a matter of fucking seconds. So, I decided it's far more interesting to see the actual, like, bots play against themselves. And we've chosen all these dinosaurs at random. Last race he played went so fast he mistook it. Yeah, in fact, you know what? Like, even just cancel this, and I do apologize, but like to give you a brief example of what it is we're dealing with here, let me go ahead and choose. Well, actually, you know what? I know the best racer to demonstrate this point with. T-Rex Cat. And let's go with Autumn Forest. I went so fast, I sped over the fucking finish line. But when I just go at a leisurely pace, I can still win in a matter of seconds. There she goes again. Back to the Future did. No, I absolutely did. Oh, the best part, by the way, Lore. Because of how this game was coded, or rather wasn't, it has it permanently set so that whoever's in the player 1 slot will always get first place. Whoever is in the second player slot will get second place, and so on and so forth. It does not matter how you perform in the actual race. Alright, so now I think the time has come, the walrus said, to truly let chaos reign. Alright. No items, Fox only, final destination. Oh my fucking word. This is the fucking videos game ever. There's something oddly beautiful about this. It's like a kinetic art installation. Pardon me. But yeah, it is, I feel, akin to a kinetic art installation in that you can input, like, only so much of yourself into a creative work, but ultimately it's going to take on a life of its own, both in its execution and interpretation. The fucking lo-fi beats are killing me with this, by the way. How the fuck did I manage to get a 2-hour stream from this? Oh, great googly moogly. This is what my life is now. Honestly, this is actually kind of refreshing after how fucking frustrating Spyro was for me last night. I feel like I needed this. Chaos reigns. Maybe that fucking auto-cannibalistic fox was onto something. Ah, my word. I feel like this could very much just be a sort of consistently playing lo-fi background thing. Just polygonal dinosaurs tip-tapping their way through life to the aesthetic of a skeletal polygonal 80s hellscape. There is a lesson to be learned from all this, but logic help me if I can't try and figure the fuck out what it is. I mean, like I said, with this being very much akin to a kinetic art installation, you can take what you will from this. Take it seriously. I got it for free. It's only fair that you should as well. Oh, fucking Christ on a stick. Oh, this music is actually kind of perfect. We've had a lot of fitting fucking bangers with the fucking retro game radio I've put on. Now, I wonder if his asshole gets stuck on part of the obstacle course again. Not even obstacle. Well, I mean, like, it sort of becomes an obstacle course when the basic physics of forward momentum presents this much of a challenge. And again, this really brings to mind, like, the question with which I opened stream tonight. Who really has it worse off? Us and our present circumstances? Or our predecessors from the late Cretaceous era, some 66 million years ago, just before the end? Because I can see the arguments going either way. There is merit to both takes. When I was a dinosaur, I thought I was so cool. Future fossil fuel, That's all I ever was when I was a dinosaur. When I was a dinosaur, I almost weighed a ton. I had a lot of fun. Caveman on the run. When I was a dinosaur. Another 5 internet points to anyone who remembers that song. Oh, good, we've reached the 50% mark. Oh, fuck me running. Yep, that's me. Probably wondering how I got here. Well, today we'll find out. Tonight, on the Disney Channel. I don't know why. I legitimately cannot tell you why. Just any sort of direct input on my part. My fucking word. Well, of course, now that we're going downhill, we're running like a bat out of hell. This is so touching. I know, right? I feel like this really speaks to our generation, and every generation to both precede and follow us. Real statement on the human condition. The irony of which is not lost on me. And again, it really says something that the textureless dinos in the background look better rendered than the ones in the actual fucking race. I enjoy this videos game. Such as it is. And Final Fantasy VI who? This is the realest RPG I've ever played, in which we play the role of fucking entropy. And believe you me, I very clearly see the fucking irony in a statement like that coming from me specifically. Me being the proponent of logic and reason that I am, it's just interesting to see things from the supposed perspective of the other side of the conflict with the universe. I have based my entire identity off of the conflict between logic and reason, and chaos and destruction. Sometimes it pays to just immerse yourself into the enemy mindset. That way you can better understand how they work, how they operate, and thus have a greater appreciation for just how it is you combat them. Fucking music is not helping. Well, it is and it isn't. You know what I mean. I still think one of my favorite aspects of this is that they have set up these stars to twinkle, but they didn't limit that twinkle range to the skybox, so every now and then you'll just get a fucking star manifest and then disappear on the racetrack. So good. If nothing else, it is, in fact, entertaining, and it will succeed and take your mind off of literally anything and everything else. And at the end of the day, I suppose that is the general purpose of an entire genre of media. Escapist media, specifically. I'm not even sure genre would be the right word there, because escapist media can take up multiple different genres and multiple different medias. I suppose it ultimately just comes down to the implementation. Yeah, me too, friend. Me fucking too. The greatest anime end credits sequence I have ever fucking seen. There we are. Funnily enough, isn't the Finnish word for the end slut? Or at least slut? I forget if it was Swedish or Finnish or what have you. Either way, I think it is safe to say that we ourselves have reached somewhat of the end of what we can possibly stretch from this particular stream. But yeah. I mean, this game succeeded in what it set out to do. These were dinosaurs, and they were technically walking. So I suppose we can't really deny that it was exactly what was on the tin. I still can't fucking believe I managed to stretch this out into a 2-hour stream. But you know what? Stranger things have in fact happened. In fact, they continue to happen. But that's to worry about another day. Right now, I'm just glad I was able to take my mind off of things I would rather not think about, and simply enjoy the fact that I am here. Which is incredibly rare for me to say these days, and I'm sure many of you would agree. But always remember that simply existing is in and of itself a gift. One that you should always remember and be grateful for. Given the astronomical odds that were against each and every one of us coming into the world. Sapience is a precious thing that needs to be protected. Which is why, at the end of every one of my streams, regardless of the circumstances, whether it is for the sake of enjoyment or for bettering our respective situations, I will always encourage each and every one of you to never forget, to always remember, to fucking think. Have a good night, everyone.